Hello, my Sagittarius friends. I'm getting a phone call. Who cares? I have a message for you. And first of all, I want to say that if no one has told you that you're doing a great job, then I'm telling you, you're doing a great job. Because from what I'm seeing here, you guys are carrying a lot of the energetic purging load that the entire collective is going through right now. And I pulled a couple of cards. I don't know where to go first, but timeline jump. I think this is happening for you guys who have been really tuned into what you're feeling and been intentional about what you're doing. I also think that you guys are connected to the Council of Light. And I think that you're getting intuitive nudges about what to do. And the cool thing is that you're using your fire creativity to show up in a different way than you have in the past. So from what I'm seeing here, you're exhausted, okay? Understandably, I've been exhausted as well. But there was some sort of a setback, and this could be in your family, in your relationship, or the world at large, but something that really impacted you this fall, or is it the fall yet? Recently, okay? Something changed, something that you couldn't help in your environment. And it really impacted you, and probably more than you showed. But your crossing energy is the Page of Wands. And you guys are very resilient. And I think that's why you get a lot of haters and a lot of people who, think that you love yourself, which you should, a little too much. People think that you're super confident. You are confident. But just because you don't always wear your heart on your sleeve does not mean that you are not intensely sensitive, which I think you are. But I do think that there is a part of the collective Sagittarius community that is channeling that into creative endeavors. Even if this is something that you've always done, you're doing it in a different way. You're showing up in a different way. More so than I think anyone else. And I mean, Sagittarius is just coming up everywhere. Why? So they are bravely thinking up new things, the way things are going to be in the future. And I think that some of you guys, may be having trouble stepping into your greatness. You might sort of be at a crossroads where you're like, I feel like this thing that I'm doing is really meaningful, but I'm not getting that feedback, or, is this magical thinking? It is not. You must lean into that creative energy that's coming out of you, because I know that in the past, or this could still be ongoing, somebody has not shown up for you the way they should. And this is I'm getting parent vibes here. Could be a spouse, an ex-spouse, but somebody they didn't show up and do their job. Whatever their job was, they didn't do it. And I think that some of you may have thought, what did I do wrong? Why do I have this father, mother, husband, whatever it is, has nothing to do with you. But you are sensitive, and you're always looking to improve, and you're super competitive with yourself. I think that's a challenge for you going forward, and something that you want to work on and maybe just forget about, because that is the only thing that's going to hold you back. That's an illusion, or a delusion, okay? People envy your courage. At the end of the day, people envy your courage to put yourself out there, even when you don't have it all figured out. Maybe not everyone's in touch with that, but I feel that you get that. You get it subconsciously. You pick it up from your environment. That's where it's coming from. But don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. I got some channeled messages here when I was pulling these cards. One thing I heard was bring down the house. So maybe that means something. People will be covering their mouths because you're shining so bright. And forget-me-nots. I don't know. Also, begin again. Peter, Paul, and Mary. And What does that say? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Digital. Oh, I can't see what this says. Doesn't matter. You guys are going to be very influential on social media. In the future, anything that we're doing online, and everybody's doing everything online, you guys are going to be shaping that. This could be about AI, who knows? But because you don't understand where some of the chaos or criticism is coming from, and you are very willing to make it about you and what you could have done wrong, Spirit is saying, don't do that. Keep doing what you're doing. Lean into whatever it is that people don't like about you even more. Even though you're perceiving that you need to get to safety, that you need to be in the middle road, or that you have to be careful, it's not the time for that. And I don't, of course, I don't mean that anyone should hurt anyone else or ever have bad intentions for anyone else. That's not what I'm talking about. I just mean in terms of your creative voice, what you have to say. So what you're coming into, your energy is the King of Cups, which is beautiful. And I happen to agree with that, knowing a lot of Sagittarius people and my moon being in Sagittarius. I think that you're in this very self-accepting place where you guys, you're comfortable with your flaws. And so you're able to accept other people's flaws and imperfections, which is exactly what we need more of. And I do think your environment, you have the lovers, it could be romantic. I don't see it that way. I feel like you're finding something that's meeting you. You know, like you're putting effort into something and you're getting back what you're putting in. So it's like reciprocal. Again, like lean into the creative stuff because that's going to be your superpower. You know, Two of Pentacles is in your possible, you know, fears, hopes position. And yeah, I think balance is an issue for everyone, but certainly for you because you're very much concerned with the practical, which we need to be. But you also are extremely emotional and creative and fiery. And I think when you feel that passion ignite, you know, you feel like that's like not consistent with the practicalness of you. Like you think that they're like in opposition. And Spirit doesn't want you to think that. Don't worry about the balance so much. Like, you know, for right now, we just need your energy. We need your energy to help us shape the next chapter, which is awesome because your outcome card is King of Swords. So it's kind of like you're going to be playing for a little bit with something. You may be abandoning some old ways and like, you know, leaning into some new things, but you are doing it with clarity and you are doing it in truth. So this is not coming from a distorted or delusional place at all. In fact, you guys are going to be kind of the blueprints, I'm thinking, or the plans, the business plan. Like you guys are actually putting that work in now, in those realms, in those ways, in those areas that the rest of us like haven't necessarily wanted to mess with yet, or we're not there yet, or so it's like, it's beautiful energy that you guys have. I do have a couple of other messages. These ones are super messy. Okay, so yeah, lean into your creativity. This is all about leaning into your creativity. If you have an idea and it seems a little bit crazy, just try it. Try it for a little bit. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else and it doesn't hurt you, like we need that. We need that. We need less everybody being careful not to hurt each other's feelings and more passion in terms of creativity and hope, inspiring hope in others. You guys have been doing that already. Keep doing that. You're doing a great job. I love you guys and I hope you have a great day. If this message resonated with you, please like and consider subscribing to my channel. All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye.